A tragic disaster struck the skies over Washington, D.C. just days ago. An American Airlines passenger jet and a U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter collided mid-air, leading to one of the most shocking aviation accidents in recent history. In just seconds, lives were lost and an entire city was left in disbelief. Investigators are now working tirelessly to determine how this could have happened and, more importantly, how future tragedies like this can be prevented. In today's video, we'll take a deep dive into what happened, how it happened, and what needs to change to ensure safer skies for everyone. An American Airlines flight was en route from Wichita, Kansas to Washington, D.C. when tragedy struck. Witnesses described a terrifying sight, a fireball in the sky, followed by wreckage falling into the Potomac River. The plane, carrying 67 passengers and crew, stood no chance. The Black Hawk helicopter, on a routine training mission, was also caught in the disaster. This accident has now left families devastated and the aviation community searching for answers. Authorities, including the NTSB and FAA, launched an immediate investigation. Recovery teams were deployed to locate debris and, most importantly, the aircraft's black boxes, critical data recorders that hold the key to understanding what went wrong in the final moments before impact. So far, investigators have confirmed that 3 black boxes have been recovered, and early data is being analyzed to reconstruct the events leading up to the crash. Collisions like this are incredibly rare, especially over highly restricted airspace like Washington, D.C. Pilots, both civilian and military, follow strict flight paths designed to prevent such accidents. So how did 2 aircraft, each monitored by air traffic control, end up on a collision course? Aviation experts suggest several factors may have played a role. One possibility is a miscommunication between air traffic control and the pilots of both aircraft. With Washington's congested airspace, even a slight delay in relaying flight instructions could be catastrophic. In high traffic zones, split-second decisions can mean the difference between a routine flight and disaster. This isn't the first time a mid-air collision has occurred. One of the deadliest incidents in history happened in 1978, when a PSA jet collided with a private Cessna over San Diego, killing 144 people. That disaster led to stricter airspace control measures. In 2002, a DHL cargo plane and a Russian passenger jet collided over Germany due to communication errors between pilots and air traffic control. Each time a tragedy like this happens, it sparks changes in aviation regulations. But here's where things get even more concerning. Washington, D.C. is one of the most highly monitored airspaces in the world. The Federal Aviation Administration has strict no-fly zones around the capital, and both military and commercial flights follow strict protocols to prevent accidents. If an aircraft strayed from its designated air corridor, warning should have been issued immediately. Could there have been a failure in the warning system? Experts say that one of the biggest challenges is coordination between civilian and military flight operations. While airliners follow strict pre-approved flight plans, military aircraft, especially helicopters, can operate on more dynamic routes. This raises concerns about how well air traffic control is equipped to manage mixed aviation activity in such a critical airspace. Should military aircraft have their own dedicated flight corridors to prevent future accidents like this? Right now, the investigation is still ongoing. Officials are analyzing cockpit voice recordings, radar logs, and eyewitness reports. But the big question remains: could this have been prevented? Aviation safety has improved dramatically over the last century, but as this disaster reminds us, there is always more to be done. What can we learn from this, and how can future collisions be avoided? Improved air traffic control communication. Ensuring real-time automated warnings between aircraft and controllers can help prevent collisions before they happen. More advanced systems, such as AI-assisted air traffic management, could reduce the risk of human error. Stronger collision avoidance technology. Many commercial aircraft are already equipped with traffic collision avoidance systems, or TCS, which automatically warn pilots of potential collisions. However, some experts argue that integrating military aircraft into this system could provide an additional layer of protection. Stricter flight coordination between civilian and military aircraft. One of the key questions investigators are asking is whether military aircraft need their own separate flight paths. By designating exclusive air corridors for military use, we could minimize the risk of future mid-air conflicts. More comprehensive pilot training for high-traffic zones. While pilots undergo rigorous training, additional mandatory simulations for navigating high-risk airspace and handling last-minute warnings could make a crucial difference in response times. One thing is certain, this tragedy will lead to conversations about improving aviation safety and potentially new regulations. Families affected by this disaster deserve answers, and the aviation industry must take steps to ensure that an accident like this never happens again. As the investigation unfolds, our thoughts and prayers remain with the families of the victims, the first responders working tirelessly at the crash site, and everyone impacted by this devastating event. These moments remind us how precious life is, and how crucial it is to continue striving for safer skies. What do you think should be done to improve air safety? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found this video informative, don't forget to like and subscribe for updates on this story as it develops. Thank you for watching and stay safe.